Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Celise and thank you for joining my spooky little family. In today's video, we will be talking about American Psycho. Let's get into the video. This film is written by Guinevere Turner and Mary Harron. Directed by Mary Harron, American Psycho is a black comedy slasher film based on Bret Easton Ellis's novel by the same name. American Psycho follows a wealthy New York investment banking executive, Patrick Bateman, who hides his alternative psychopathic ego from his coworkers and friends as he escalates deeper into his illogical, gratuitous fantasies. This film stars an amazing cast: Christian Bale, Willem Dafoe, Jared Leto, Reese Witherspoon, and Chloe Sevigny. Before we get into anything, I just want to say, my man Patrick Bateman invented skincare morning routines. Okay, king of self-care? Okay, see you. Honestly, my skincare inspo.
What?
Speaking of this great cast, let's talk about some performances. We really have to talk about these real quick because every time I revisit this film, your girl is always left shook. This film is like having an acting masterclass with Christian Bale. It really is a whole experience. He does a really great job at showing the gears grinding in his head and showing that insecurity underneath this whole facade he puts up into the world. Willem Dafoe isn't in this film as much as I wish he was, but obviously, like, the character he's playing, it makes sense why he's in it as much as he is. But I just want to say that, of course, we all know and love Willem Dafoe, but I don't know what it is. I love this character and I just love the way he played this role. Him and Christian Bale are the most memorable for me. If I ever got to act in a room with that man, yo me muero. Now, what is cool about this film is that this isn't a film that is just a cool movie about a slasher and like this crazy narcissistic manipulator killer guy. There's a lot more here that Mary Harron is trying to show and tell the audience, which I really enjoy. It's an interesting look into a culture of self-important people who chase individuality while conforming to a socially accepting view of success. And this irony is shown throughout the whole film, like through their business cards, the fact that they all wear the same suits and their identical haircuts because they all go to the same person to get their haircut. And though Patrick wants to fit in, the emptiness in his lifestyle kind of makes him have this really intense craving to stand out. And if you really look at it, although he wants to be seen as a murderer, everyone he confesses to either ignores it being up their own ass or thinks he's joking. This film also shows narcissistic personality and borderline personality disorder really well. Christian Bale again just nails this like the spooky bad bitch he is, along with my girl Mary Harron with her really brilliant way of directing this film. The way she handles the themes in this film is really what makes me so obsessed with it. She took such care. There was no one better than this woman to direct and write this. And she directed this film while she was pregnant. So I am going to talk about some trivia that I found out about this film, which makes me enjoy it even more, and you probably don't know about. So while Christian Bale was looking for a way to bring Patrick Bateman to life, he came across this Tom Cruise interview on The Late Show with David Letterman, and he said that Cruise has a very intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes. If you've read the novel, you know that Tom Cruise is actually featured in it, and he lives in the same apartment complex as Patrick, who meets him in an elevator and gets the name of the film Cocktail from 1998 wrong and calls it Bartender. Another piece of trivia I really enjoy is Christian Bale's moonwalk with an axe when he's about to murder Paul Allen. It was all improvised. Another thing is apparently they warned Christian Bale that taking on this role would be career suicide, but it actually made him want to just do the role even more, which led to the complete opposite and it being considered his breakthrough performance. Another thing I thought was really cool is the whole confession to his lawyer. That whole scene was improvised and he was totally like wired after having so many cappuccinos, leading him to having about 14 takes of it. There is so much more trivia on this film, but these were some of my favorite ones that I figured maybe you guys would enjoy as well. Now you know the deal. Don't think because it's Christian Bale we're not doing it. Here are some spooky bad bitch moments. At the number 1 spot, we have the amazing skincare morning routine. You bet your ass I wrote this entire skincare routine down. Not only did Christian Bale actually follow through with this skincare routine before filming, he also managed to pull that clear face mask off perfectly in just one take. I don't know how he did it because every time I do a face mask, I'm like pulling and tearing away like it's crazy. Now at number 2, do I even need to say anything about this one?
Hey, Paul! Ah!
Now at number 3, I just really thought this one was funny, but I love the scene where Patrick is at the laundromat and he's yelling at the laundromat workers and he just says, "If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to kill you." All right, you guys, now let's get into my overall thoughts and rating. My thoughts on American Psycho have not changed. I still thoroughly love this film, and this for me is another one where I didn't fully understand what was really being shown and told when I was younger. I first saw this film in the 8th grade and I really loved it. I didn't fully understand the social commentary at that point, but now being an adult and living through life and having so many different work experiences, I see this film so much more clearly and it makes me love it even more. It is still relevant. Mary Herron directed this film beautifully and really got into Patrick's psyche so well. And again, no one could have done it better than her. If you have not seen this film for some bizarre reason, you need to get on it. You can watch it if you have Hulu right now. Now for my rating. I'm just gonna say I do not find absolutely anything wrong with this film for me personally. So, you guessed it right, American Psycho gets 5 lives out of 5. And let me be real with you, I'd give it 10 lives if that was my rating system. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps me a lot. Click the little notification bell to be up to date every time I upload. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.